Can ChatGPT win a game of CATAN? In this video, we find out, and it works incredibly well apart from one shockingly bad moment. Welcome to the video. Like I've just said, we're going to use ChatGPT in this game to try and win our game of CATAN. I'm just going to write my prompt, asking it if it knows a place for me to build. Sorry, I find it so hard to type and commentate at the same time, but there we go. I'm really interested to see how well it does here. And it has suggested our best spot being the 8-10-3, so 8 brick, which is down the bottom. But that isn't next to the 10. I think that must have hallucinated. I think it has just made up a spot that does not exist. Not a great start. Let's see what else it suggested. 6-9-3 in the middle, and I can't even go. That is a rubbish start. Hello, this is me currently editing, and that was indeed a bit of a rubbish spot. I think ChatGPT literally just hallucinated and just made up a spot that didn't exist. I know it's a thing, and there's been cases when I think lawyers have come to court with precedent, with past cases that just don't exist and get called out on it. And the same's happened to me, luckily, just in a game of CATAN, not as important. As you can see on the screen just now, I'm putting in my second prompt, so we're starting it with saying, please actually check that the spot exists. Interestingly, this does actually seem to make a difference. You can see here that it starts its prompt by admitting that it was wrong and I was right, and the place it gives actually exists, which is great news. So it gives us this 6-3-11 position, which I then go into CATAN and I build on. What I find so interesting is that I agree with the AI. I do think that is the best spot to build. That's because it hits the 3 resources that we don't have, and we need them. And despite the fact that the 3 and the 11 are low rolls, I don't think you're really going to get much better, any better spots. I then go on to ask ChatGPT where I should build next, and this is where I make a mistake. You can see here in my prompt, as it plays out as I typed it, that I don't tell AI which roads I built, and therefore it doesn't know the best places to suggest, which is totally my mistake and not AI's. So you can see it says to expand to the 4, 8, ore and brick spot in the bottom left. The issue being, I didn't build a road that way. My mistake. So at this point, I just take the executive decision to build from the top house down to the 5-4-11 spot. As we're on 8 cards, we have the perfect cards to build, and I think we really just need to build straight away to give us a chance. So we learn from our mistake, we take another screenshot of the board and we update AI on what the game is like, and then I ask again, what should I prioritise? What should I build next? And at this point, I really encourage you to pause the game and have a think about what you do. I know, for example, I was thinking of building right, as there's a lot of higher rolls, and especially the 6th sheep. If I could get there before blue, I think I'd be in such a strong spot. But AI did not agree with me. It said again that my priority should be this 4-8 spot with the brick and the ore. So that is what we decide to do. I think that AI chose this spot because of how much ore we'd get. I also took the 8-4 spot as the 8-4-3 spot. I think it makes sense, it's closer and you get more resource. But what it means is that you get so much more ore, and that obviously becomes so important later in the game. Lets you upgrade to cities, lets you build your development cards, which are all so big late game. And what I take from this is that AI actually knows the rules of CATAN. Because I think that's such a big win condition, is being able to build on ore towards the end, which I just find so interesting. That not only does it seem to know the rules, but also the strategy. Then we look at our next priority that it told us, which was building a city on the 8-5-10 position up near the top. Luckily for us, this is something that we can do straight away. We trade in some wheat for some ore, and straight away we're able to upgrade that to a hotel and complete our second objective. Objective number 3 is to look towards a port, specifically the wheat on the left. At this point, I make the decision to update ChatGPT on how we're doing so far. Interestingly, it then slightly changes its strategy, and it tells us to upgrade the 6-3-11 house to a city. Again, luckily for us, we were able to do this straight away due to us having the ore that ChatGPT suggested we get earlier. So we do that straight away here. ChatGPT then thinks that our next job is to build to the wheat port still. This, I think, is to try and get longest road, so obviously those 2 bonus points that will help us towards winning, and it'll also help us build a couple of houses along the way. Luckily for us, this is something that we're able to do pretty easily given all the wood and the brick that we've got. So we build our road, we get longest road, and then we build our house on the port, which unlocks the port obviously, and then we build the other house in the spare spot that we have just there. And we are in such a strong position at this point in the game. We're very much at the end game now. We're up to 10 points, and the last question I have is whether I should prioritise upgrading settlements to cities, or if I should go for development cards, getting the victory points and the points for the largest army. ChatGPT says development cards, so that is what we will do. And we get some good victory cards. As you can see on the screen just now, we get 2 monopolies and also 2 victory points very quickly. Then we get a robber, and we're already sitting having played 2 robbers, so we just need to play our final robber to win, to get the 2 points for the largest army, which we do. And overall, that was a game that went so smoothly. We absolutely dominated our opponent, 15 points to only 6, and ChatGPT was so useful. It played it so well. So I give it a little thank you. But yes, I'm genuinely so impressed with it. I think it clearly understood the strategy of the game, obviously understood the rules of the game, and it gave me really clear instructions that led to a very dominant game. So overall, ChatGPT can definitely win at CATAN.